There are 4 holy cities in Israel. Jerusalem, the city of fire. Hebron, city of land. Tzfat, the city of the air. And welcome to Teveria. This is the city of water. Teveria was founded by the son of Herod the Great, his name Herod Antipas, in year 20. But I want to talk about water for a minute. Midrash compares water to Torah. It's not happenstance that Teveria is going to become this center of Torah life after the destruction of the Second Temple. The Sanhedrin flee Jerusalem and they wander around to try and settle in many different places, and finally, in the year 220, they settle here in Teveria, which will be their last resting space. Not only that, this city behind me is where much of the Mishnah and the Talmud Yerushalmi will be compiled. There's so much here. So, who else comes here? R Shimon Bar Yochai. After he leaves the cave, he comes to Teveria, and now we have to get to the part about gratitude. Let's go. We are on the south side of the city of Teveria in what was an ancient city called Chamat, a city that dates back to the time periods of Yoshua. It's known as a walled city in the tribe of Naphtali. Today, Chamat Teveria, or the hot springs of Teveria, is a national park, and it is a place that has 17 thermo-mineral springs, a place of healing and hot springs. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai leaves the cave and he comes here. Rabbi Pinchos Ben Yair, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai's son-in-law, comes out to greet him as he comes to the city of Teveria, and he sees his father-in-law, and his skin is cracked and welted from being covered in dirt in a cave for 13 years, winters, summers, and he's only been eating carobs, and he cries at seeing how his father-in-law looks. And he brings Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai here to the healing waters of Chamat Teveria, to these hot springs. And after being here, he's healed. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai looks at his son-in-law and he says, I've witnessed a miracle. This healing is a miracle. I'm so grateful. And because of this, I have to learn from my forefathers, from Yaakov Avinu. Yaakov Avinu comes into Israel after 22 years of living with Lavan, after meeting Esav, and he witnesses a miracle of being saved, and he says, what can I do to fix the community of Shechem? Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai looks at his son-in-law and says, what can I do to help? What can I do to give back? Is there anything needed in this city? Here in Chamat Teveria, we find remnants of a rich and beautiful Jewish community, a beautiful remnant of a Beit Knesset, a synagogue from the 4th century. This community comes here thanks to the fixing that Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai does after this healing that he receives. Rabbi Pinchos Ben Yair says to him, yes, there is something that we need. Because of a war that took place many years ago, there are huge parts of the city that are ritually impure. Priests can't come here. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai takes it upon himself to give thanks to the city that allowed for this vessel of healing to come to him. And he purifies the city of Teveria, which will bring an influx of Jewish people and Jewish life. So what is it about this hakarat tova, this gratitude that both Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and Yaakov Avinu have that cause them to want to enrich society, to fix things? It's about perspective. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai says, I've witnessed a miracle, what can I fix? And I think that if we witness miracles, that perspective of seeing not everything that happens to me is just a given. These great giants saw these things as gifts, as miracles. And when we experience success, wealth, miracles, healing, there's an internal space that just wants to give back to the community, to give back to the family, to give back to Hashem, to give back to the world, to say thanks. Gratitude is a driving force that fixes. May we all have the merit of being with the eyes of Rabbi Shimon and Yaakov, our forefathers, to have these eyes of witnessing the miracles around us and to be thankful and to fix things.